What's crack with you people? Anansi here and welcome back to Jack 3. In the last one, we did some work for Torn. And in this one, we're going to do some more work. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's been so long since I've done a recording, I completely forgot what we did for Torn. Also, this is my second time doing this recording. Pull back the veil a little bit because I just got done doing an entire recording. And what ended up happening was, it turns out that thing wasn't even going. So, here's hoping for part 2. Anyway, let's grab some ammo and get right to it.
Ashlyn, this is Torn. Jack's back in the city.
Jack? I knew I could count on you.
That new KG leader's probably pissing in his... Wait, someone's jamming the signal. I think... Errol.
I live! Still fighting for the weak link, Jack? Well, I've had a few enhancements since we last met. Even the metalheads have their biological weakness. But me? I'm pure metal. I'd love to meet you again. We must unite our forces or we're through. You've got to reach us, Jack.
We need you to break through and link up with us before it's too late. The KG robots are growing stronger. That floating war factory of theirs is spitting out more robots every day.
We need to assault the KG front. If we can break through their defenses, we may be able to get back to HQ and link up. Care to make some noise, Jack?
We're always up for a little rumble. Hey, Dax?
Fish in a barrel, baby. Fish in a barrel.
Daxter, back when you thought you were the coolest cat in town. You're an awesome, not a cat. Well, might as well get to it. So we're going to do another rocket mission, because I think that's the last thing we did, actually. I think we did a rocket mission.
I'll handle this.
Okay, you're hot and heavy. Don't run into anything, or you and that missile.
So yeah, with this one, what we're doing is, even though Torrance said don't hit anything or your toes, you can still hit people. You should be fine with that. Any solid object though, yeah, no, you're done. Your goal here is that you're trying to charge the missile up to have enough power to break through one of the barriers that blocks, this section of the battlefront from HQ. That's your mission. That's the point of this. It is very hard to keep that up because I believe the more you charge the missile, the faster it gets. The one thing you don't have to worry about though is being precise with hitting the orbs. The challenge is a little forgiving in that respect. The orbs actually have a pretty massive hitbox. I think the vertical hitbox is bigger than the horizontal hitbox. So I believe as long as you're in the pillar of light, you will grab it. Just be aware that horizontally you are going to have to be pretty close to it to get it, but you can be pretty much in the light shaft and still be fine. But yeah, as you saw back there, we saw the face of the Metalhead leader, or at least the person giving Metalhead's commands in the Wasteland. And it turns out that it's Errol. It's Errol from Jack 2. He's alive, and he is completely made of metal, which means he is, I believe, an android. I think is how that phrasing turns out, because he still has a human mind. It's just he's in a completely metal body. Brain's probably a metal, probably just circuits and whatnot. And I'm gonna tell you right now, while I don't mind, well, let's go here. But yeah, while I don't mind Errol coming back, I don't like that he's a robot, and we will get to that when we get to him later in the game. It won't be for a while, but rest assured, we will eventually meet him. That's how it works in pretty much every Jack game. We see the big bad at least once from a distance, and then the characters interact with them more closely later on. It happened with, I guess technically Baron Praxis, technically we interacted with him at first, like up close personal, but Jack was delirious. But you know how it goes. But yeah, we'll get to Torn. Honestly, no way. Okay, yeah, I'll discuss it now. As a matter of fact, just to get out the way real quick.
Dexter, you're back! Oh, did that mean old desert burn your itty bitty paws?
Hey, Test Baby, don't crush the merchandise. How's biz?
I'm designing new guns to help out the war effort.
You make guns now?
Yeah, I just finished this new gun. It sports a multi-port, large-bore gyro burst launcher with blowback breach assist, using full jacket, eco-depleted armor-piercing slugs, and a continuous kill zone scanner for tight groupings at a high cycle rate of fire. It's a hobby. Not so fast. First, you have to prove you can protect my little schnookums in the new gun course.
Dax tries to girlfriend finally. We'll get there in a second here. So basically, we're just doing the gun course again. You may be thinking, now, Anansi, why are you firing this gun in a gun course when you know you're going to be deducted points if you hit any innocent cardboard? Simple. The main reason is because Jack 3, as I believe I mentioned in an earlier part, is actually a much easier game compared to Jack 2. So the threshold for failure is actually much tighter. Actually much wider than anything else. Also, this is a story mission to reach, so the goal is actually pretty low. But to get for reference, I did this in the last recording before I ended it and found out that none of my footage went through. And I did this, and I still got not only the gold medal, which I believe is at minimum the bronze medal, I got the silver medal too, doing this and still hitting people. So if you want to do the gold medal, it's recommended that you bring in the just the regular blaster. You should be fine with that. But yeah, the reflexor is actually pretty good about not hitting innocent targets. It's almost as if, apparently the bronze is actually 12,000. Okay, I thought it was 10,000. It's almost as if the reflexor actually homes in on actual purple targets, but you'll still end this with more than enough points to get silver. So you can just go crazy in here and not worry about it, you know? Yeah, see, like, I'm probably about to get silver like here in the next, like, 3 seconds. Actually, I might even get gold, depending on how many are left. And now I am out of bullets. I got gold, missing ammo. I actually did better this time around than I did in the previous recording. Hey, that's something.
Not bad shooting, Jack, for a guy. Now, I want you to protect my little baby with this, or else I'll hunt you down and hurt you real bad, okay?
Wow, I didn't know you had so much.
And this is where we find out that Tess is crazy. Yeah, we retrieved a gyro burster, which is the first level 3 weapon we get. And in my personal opinion, probably the worst one. Yeah, so when I get a chance to show it off, I'll show you what I mean. But unlike the other ones, well, unlike two of them, the last one is pretty much a massive middle finger to the entire screen. I think it is, if my memory is correct. But yeah, it's basically a giant middle finger. It's the most situational one, in my opinion. It is one of the more versatile situational ones, but it's still the most situational one. Let's see, I think I went through the whole gun course and never mentioned anything about Tess and Errol. We'll get to that in a second.
We've got some KG defenses we need eliminated. Super range sniper cannons are keeping our men pinned down. Jack, you need to find those hidden cannons and take them out. There's sure to be an enemy counterattack when they see what you're up to, so watch out. You know the routine.
Yeah, we do all the work. You get all the credit.
So yeah, we're gonna go into now we're going into Crimson Guard territory. What are you running from? I need to borrow your wire, man. But yeah, the let's well before here. Yeah, Tess and Daxter are a thing, and it's not like one of those like they're player for last, or just kind of there. And oh look, there's the one of the platforms you used to get across to the castle one day. One time back in the back in Jack 2. Yeah, when the palace went down the opening cutscene, they make sure that the damage is still around. But yeah, Tess and Daxter are a thing, and they remain a thing through the rest of the series. Like you might think it's a joke, but not. They are a couple through and through until I think even through the game that we
Joe, if those turbo cannons open up on you, you're history.
Reflector here. I need to hold off on the ammo since I'm running low. Luckily we're in Crimson Guard territory, so anytime we destroy a bot, we will get ammo. One of the upsides to the to how the enemies are spaced out. So basically, if you ever need ammo, just come into Crimson Guard territory and just start shooting people, and you'll be fine. Once they shooting bots, and you'll have more than enough ammo to get through what you need to get through. So here's the first one. I actually found this out in the previous recording. Because I've never had a problem with this section. I usually just kind of breeze through it. But as it turns out, there actually is a challenge to this section. And if anyone's played this section, you might not even know about it. And no, it's not the gun shooting at you. The buttons you hit are actually on a timer. Oh, I think I hit once. Okay. But yeah, the buttons you hit are actually on a timer. If you don't hit them all in a set amount of time, they reset and you have to hit them again. Yeah, it's odd, but that's the other challenge. I never knew about that. Because I usually deal with them before it's a problem. Okay, let me go ahead and heal up real quick. Okay, that's good enough. There's more. There we go. Some light eco 2. Hold on to that too. But yeah, no, yeah, that's the challenge here. I never knew that because I usually never have to worry about it. There we go. Shot it from a distance. Cinematic camera angle. There we go. But yeah, no. Tess and Daxter remain a thing through Jack 3, Jack X, and I believe even the one we don't talk about. But the main thing is that they don't really do anything like drama-wise with them. Like with Jack, we'll find out, like you see in later games, or as you talk the entire series, there's always something getting between him and the girl he's trying to get with, you know? Usually Daxter.
Good work, Jack. That'll help us maneuver better. I'd say we've got him worried.
So let's go ahead and get back to the Naughty Ottsol. think we got one more mission to do before we call it for today. But yeah, no. So going off of that, going into Errol, yeah, Errol gives it away, but he says he's all metal. He means that, as in he's the Crimson Guard leader. We saw in the Wasteland that he also commands the Metalheads. And he's full-blown robot. And I'm gonna say it right now, I don't like that. Also, you may have heard Gardner say he misses the old Baron. So yeah. So it's not like all sunshine and rainbows. There actually are guards who want the old regime back, but well, I think want the regime back. I think they miss it more than anything else. But I think they're just gonna put up with this right now.
Jack, I need you to go into the sewers, into the Metalhead City section. We need to attack their hive from below, and the sewers are the only way in right now. We haven't been in those old passageways since the war broke out, but no scouts have reported movement down there.
That's a good thing, right?
I mean, no scouts have ever come back alive to tell us.
Oh. Ow! Still giving us the crappy missions, huh?
Dark, dirty, dangerous. I'm beginning to like this war.
And Astro shakes his head like, this is my best friend. Oh well. But yeah, no, with let's see, I think there should be one. There we go. But yeah, no, with that, I'm actually gonna go into something here that I think they should have done for Jack as a character in Jak 3. Because in Jak and Daxter, you know, Jack was the wide-eyed, naive, innocent kid just going on adventures to save his friend. In Jak 2, that kid gets tortured and becomes a jaded, revenge-hungry adult. Well, young adult. I think he's like 17 or something like that. Maybe he's 19? No, I think he's like 17. And he's looking to get payback for essentially having 2 years of his life ripped from him to be tortured in a jail cell. Just can you blame the guy? Okay, wrong way. Let's flip this around. And that's just him from terms of that. Jak 3 is pretty much him dealing with the fact that he went through all of that, found out a big revelation about himself, and he just constantly gets beat down by everybody for seemingly no reason. I need to get you because I saw a picture of Orr back there. And he's kind of like, I'm done being here. All it gets me is trouble. And down we go. Yeah, and I've gone on earlier about how I wish they would do more like Dark Jak as a character and Light Jak as a character. Errol's another character I wish they would have done, and Errol's the main reason why I say that, because Errol could have been a potential mirror for Jak. Instead of Errol being a robot, why not have him be another dark eco creature, but like a deformed one, you know, like how when Errol loses it, he turns into like a more twisted version of a dark monster. Like, if you get the secret, well, let me think here. What's over here? If you get the final Dark Jak upgrade in Jak 2, you unlock this giant hulking beast, and all it really does is just increase the range of Jak's physical attacks. He just, you know, it elongates his arms, that kind of thing. It doesn't really give a damage boost because before you get that one, you get the invincibility upgrade. Why not have it be where Errol, when he loses it, he turns like this? He turns into a Dark Jak monster too, or into a Dark Eco monster. Because when Errol sees the metal, that giving it away here a little bit, that's all it is. Nothing much else comes of that. Because his mind is still intact. And I think it would have been more interesting to see the dichotomy, like see that if Jak hadn't gotten a Light Jak mode or had gotten a Light Eco upgrade, he could have lost himself like Errol did. Now we need to hurry up because these guys are pinpoint accurate. And that would have been more interesting, in my opinion, than him being just another robot, to really drive home that Arrow's just a dark reflection of Jack. Like, if Jack was a little bit more egotistical, he could be like Arrow. Oh, so here's the Gyro Burster. Basically, the flying saucer that does area of effect damage on anything around it. I believe it shoots 50 shots before it burns out. And I said earlier that I think it's probably the worst one in the game. I think it's the worst one because it's more situational than the Wave Burster. Because essentially it's crowd control. That's all it is, essentially just crowd control. If you're back against the wall, you have nothing else, it's your way of getting you out of a tough spot. And giving you a moment to breathe. Because like you saw on the subtitle, okay, I thought I avoided that. That's on me. The Gyro Burster has two fire modes. It has the ability to go forward, and it just does damage as it moves forward. Or you can hold down the fire button and it will stay in one spot, giving you a moment to breathe. Also, if you go back here, you get a little bit of secret. You gotta really get your timing right for it. Hop off the board here, jump up here, and if you do this, get a precursor orb, another precursor orb, some ammo, and finally, metal hit skull gems. A lot of them. But yeah, no, with Arrow, I think if Arrow had like turned into, you know, a dark monster and has some of Jack's abilities, not all of them. I think there should be a few that like should be like Jack exclusive, like his spin. But like if Arrow had like, let's say, the dark bomb, and maybe invisibility, you know, it would show like how dangerous Jack could be and why the people of Haven City fear him. Oh, but we can also press square to submerge too. You don't have the whole circle. But it also show why, you know, why Baron Practice wanted a weapon in the last game, and what Jack could have turned out to be if he didn't calm down. Which is why I'll say it once and 1,000 times, if they ever redo the Jack and Daxter trilogy, the only thing you would really have to do, or in my opinion, what I feel like should be done, is give some of these ideas, give some of these character moments a little more time to cook, so that way we have some more meaningful interactions with regards to narrative. So the world's great. The world they built is amazing. I just think that they could do more with the story. At any rate, I think we're going to call it here for today. No, wait, not yet. My bad. Not yet. Still got a few more things to handle before we can call it. I think right here should be a good stopping point, because I believe after this, right? Am I correct? Yes. Okay, so we're gonna call it here for today. I've been Anansi. You've been awesome, and I'll catch you in the next one.